November 7th, 2019. My name is Eric Haluzik with All Corners Home Inspections. This is the roof evaluation for the single-family home here in Lebanon, Oregon. As with all the videos in this report, we request that you view this video as supplemental to the written version of the report to which this video has been attached. An Oregon home inspection does not include a roof warranty, meaning we make no claims as to this roof's ability to keep water out of the ceiling voids and attic space for the living space below. There are companies which will offer such insurance policies. Again, Oregon home inspectors are specifically forbidden from offering such services. There are a number of challenges with regard to the single-family home's roof, which sort of accumulate to a conclusion that we believe this roof to be beyond the end of its useful service life. We would recommend having this roof replaced prior to the beginning of the next rainy season, which starts essentially today. The first challenge we'll identify, which will help us substantiate that claim, is that the granular material at a vast or very high percentage of these roofing areas is actually missing. The granular material on 3-tab or architectural or asphalt style roofing such as this is here primarily for UV protection, but it's also there to prevent people from walking on the roof line, from damaging the more sensitive waterproof areas below, the felt, tar, plastic, asphalt, etc. You can see that the black areas here and then the white sort of fibrous areas there are showing through. That's the fiberglass. The white is the fiberglass and the black is the felt or tar. Once you start to see a fairly high percentage of the black and sort of white areas of the shingles, we start to make the claim that the roof is beyond the end of its useful service life. Additionally, there are a high percentage of shingles which are physically loose to the roof line. We depend on this course of shingles to protect the lower course by this one adhering to that one. Once that adhesion has been left, the shingles become essentially wings, and in wind events, the shingle itself can lift up, creating a weak spot or perforation along the upper edge of the shingle, and then allowing that shingle over time to deteriorate and fly away. This northeast facing valley is covered by debris, but in the areas that we can evaluate, there are departures in the caulking, and the flashing itself appears to be in poor condition. This chimney cap here at the rear portion of the structure is too low. No matter what it's venting, it's actually too low for minimum standards. We'd recommend evaluation and elevation of that structure to prevent backdrafting and prevent the structure from overheating. The chimney along the midline of the structure is in marginal condition. We have tuck points, that's the mortar joints in between the bricks, have actually deteriorated. You can see someone's made an attempt to sort of seal them up. We can see once these cracks occur, you can get water in between, and if the water there freezes, turns to ice, then the ice expands and starts to create fissures or fractures inside in between the bricks. The chimney cap itself has been treated with caulking. Typically speaking, this flashing would extend all the way over to the edge. This flashing would extend all the way over the edge of the roofing, preventing the need for caulking, which is always a nice temporary measure, but it's a terrible long-term solution to prevent water from entering these points. Additionally, this chimney cap is depressed, meaning that in water events, water will simply pool along this caulk edge and around this cap rather than organically falling away. We'd recommend finally, there's a significant amount of debris in the gutter lines and the valleys, and we have a tree interaction with the structure at the rear portion of the building. Debris in the gutter lines may seem like a fairly minor issue, but over time, should that organic material be allowed to stay there, the water will actually back up and work its way back onto the soffit in this case, and has the potential of working its way into the interior portion of the structure. We'd recommend cleaning and or the installation of debris preventative maintenance structures to more cleanly prevent this challenge from occurring in the future. This has been Eric Kaluzik with All Corners Home Inspections.